and this week we are talking about car and truck wrecks. The odds are that everyone will either be in a wreck at some point or know someone who is. So, Bill, can you tell us just a few simple steps to make it easier when this happens?
Yeah, sure. You know, the thing that you always need to remember is get as much information as you possibly can. You know, don't downplay it. And what I mean by that is I'm not saying, you know, go and lay on the ground and hold your neck and say, oh, Lord, you know, I'm hurt. But if you don't know, because a lot of times people will be in shock, and if you say, oh, I'm fine, then that's going to come back to haunt you, even though you may feel fine, because your adrenaline could be running so much that you don't really feel the effects of it. And it's kind of like, you know, when I played college football, you know, the first day of practice, it wasn't the next day, it was the day after and the day after that where you were really sore. And so a lot of times it takes a day or two before you know the effects of all that. And then record all the details. And everybody now has a cell phone that has picture, you know, a camera or a video. And now, if you're hurt bad, obviously you're not going to be able to do that. But if you can, absolutely take pictures of the scene where the cars are, things of that nature, and then get as many statements as you possibly can from the witnesses, because sometimes they will leave, and the police officers who's trying to clear traffic, they may not get the names and numbers of those people. And then also, don't make a statement yourself, like the day after, the next day, to the other, especially the other insurance company. You obviously you have to talk to the police officer, but just absolutely, you know, keep quiet until you talk to somebody and you see the last graphic. Talk to a lawyer, and it's not going to cost you anything. Talk to a lawyer, see if you may have a claim that's worth pursuing, and it may be or it may not be, but absolutely, you know, mum's the word until you speak to somebody that can give you some advice.
And I think that first point is so important, and I didn't realize the power of adrenaline until I was in a car accident last year.
Right.
Someone hit us.
Right.
I'm calling 911. I can barely, and it wasn't a horrific accident,
right,
but I'm calling 911. I can barely tell the 911 operator where I'm at. This is a road I go on every day. I mean, it's just your heart's pumping, and you don't. I never really understood the power of the adrenaline after an accident.
I mean, you get all pumped up, and you don't feel it initially. And but again, after you go to bed that night, and then the next night, and then things start, you know, whether it be whiplash or a herniated disc or whatever it is, then things start seeping in. And if you tell everybody at the scene, I'm not, and I hear this every day from adjusters, well, your client said that they weren't hurt. Well, you know, that's a bunch of hooey, because of, again, of the, you know, the adrenaline, and you're just so, you know, scared to death. You know, I've been in 1 or 2 accidents before, and you're really not focusing on that, and then it later sets in. So just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.